So before I continue, I would like to say thank you to everyone who subscribed these past few days and for all the views, especially on the social moment segment, the debut, which was the part 1 of this episode. Still about the whole dog and Dubai situation. This is the part 2. So we're not going anywhere. We're still on the whole Dubai beastiality, scat, fetish, Arabian men, slave queens situation. Since the video that went viral, the video I discussed in the previous episode, since it went viral, some people have been coming forward, sharing their stories of how they got involved in this whole having sex with dogs and eating food situation. And it's sad, it's heartbreaking, it's shocking is what it is, I'll say. Shocking. But yeah, people have been coming forward, sharing their stories. Some of them got into the situation looking for their daily bread. Some of them were looking for the usual hookup with men, nothing extraordinary, just have sex, get their money and go. So not wasting much more time, I'll jump into the first confession. And it says, let me make a confession to you. When I used to come to your store to get something, before we started talking, I used to see you as a fool, working from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. I was wondering with your shape, why? That was attracted me to you. I convinced you to work with me, you slapped me that night and blocked me. I later apologized and we started talking. Last year November, I treated infection 4 times. Still totally hot, but I must sleep. Now November, December says no 2 day like that. One night shall we go for let's club. I saw one guy carry me. We don't talk price finish. I park view for Banana Island. He say we stay as where we reach. He give me food. I chop finish. I come the romance and make me start work. He say no be him. Say na him dog. I first look and say she na ment or malaria. Maybe the dog take Viagra. I don't know before I know. The guy say he go pay me 1 million naira to sleep with a dog. One way I never see for my life. I can't say okay, but I the fear last like the dog. He come introduce me to his friends. I dogs for January, sir. Now then I change my apartment, come by down my Lexus. Early March, I stitched my tearing. Later, it started smelling. Guy will carry me like this, good, they complain. I sold my car last month. The thing no stop. I call all these guys. Them they swear for me now. I'm in my village traditionally say no remedy. Saying I saw a good day for smell. From one disease to another life. I don't tire me. I drink poison. The money where I make, I spend on top sickness. If God can save me, I promise to be a better person. I've heard most of these guys who do these things are ritualists. I mean, it kind of makes sense because for what reason will a guy want a lady to have sex with her dog? Like, what satisfaction will you get from watching your dog fuck somebody? And it gets crazier. Another confession says, literally just found out a very rich friend of mine sleeps with dogs and also forced to make a video to satisfy her sponsors while she's at it in Dubai for 20,000 per week. Sent a video to me and I'm literally shaking. P.S. She sleeps with different breeds of dogs to make sure they are satisfied unless she won't get paid. She told me she was relocating around June last year and she was completely off-grid. So early March this year, we couldn't even reach her in any way. And boom, she popped up in a brand new 2021 Range Rover Vela. I was shocked, to be very honest, asked how. She was literally a dropout and she moved to Dubai. We know how expensive rent is per month in Dubai. Then we are living big in less than a year. Ask her if she sold her kidney, cause look, I've been considering it, to be honest. She was like, if only it was that easy, she would have sold hers too. And I'm like, huh? Before I knew it, my guy had bought properties on the island. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. And I'm like, bro, we are still doing one together. Waiting this up. Then she called me on the phone about 2 weeks ago, crying she wants to leave where she is, that she's been camped there for almost 10 months, and she's sick too. I was confused, saying they forced them to have unprotected sex. She sleeps with different men. She said something about some Benga guy that linked her and 3 others. They've all been camped there since June. They paid for their flight and all they are not allowed to go out. Mostly Arabian men that comes to the soup house. Some might be nice, so they'll sleep with you instead. Some will ask you to strip, touch yourself, sleep with their pets, and make them feel good. Sometimes they get hit if they refuse and you can't report them either. I'm not even sure I want to drop all of the tea. Another crazy part of the money is that taxes they will be charged afterwards and how they are treated like animals in skin bag. Can I even blame them? Wait, taxes. Wait, so is this like a recognized profession in Dubai? Because I'm confused how you're paying taxes on these things, because I had the assumption that it's an illegality. So if they are paying taxes, I'm gonna have to look into this. It continues. They all want to live in luxuries by any means. She has G63, a Range Rover Vela, more than 4 properties on the island, but is it even worth it? I literally can't see everything, because for what it's worth, it's not some story I read on some blog. It's literally a reality of someone I know personally. I'd rather remain this way than for my luxury to come this way. It's disgusting and at the same time pathetic, sleeping with dogs for some diamonds and Gucci. What the fuck? Honestly, the pressure young girls have on themselves at such an early age, all because of envy. I also want to be like that. I want to have my own property at 19, 20, 22. What? Without working for money, turning yourselves into slaves for money. All you need to do is to patch your legs and be degraded for money. No single dignity. Sleeping with anybody and anything for Prada and Ice. Your lives are completely ruined even before it started. I mean, I couldn't put it in better words than she did. As you can clearly see, it is not an isolated incident. This is happening like on a crazy level. Most of these slay queens we know be flaunting around on Instagram and taking these Dubai trips in and out of this country with no known source of like proper income. This is apparently what they do. Like they clench their face, they clench their teeth, black out their mind, commit to do this thing, get rich, and leave the rest and live off of it, I guess. These guys are so rich, hate their wives, and bored with life. They are willing to pay anything for their crazy sex fetishes, and I was crazy enough to expect the money. I've had to be gangbanged and be caked by over 20 Saudi royalty at once. Made 40k in 2 days, so it was worth it. Wait, what? It was worth it. I've literally been pissed on and shitted on so many times. I just don't understand why you like it. And I just don't understand why you've allowed yourself to be shitted on and pissed on so many times. But I guess we all have our concerns. After the third time you get shit on, you get used to it. What? I'm sorry, what? No, you don't. No, you don't get used to it. Do you get used to this? How do you get used to this? This is not one of those things you get used to. You get used to, like, you think you don't like Gary. You eat it once, you eat it twice, you eat it 3 times. You're like, hey, it ain't that bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Maybe I can eat it again some other time. I'm not getting shit on. You don't get used to this. How do you get used to this thing? Am I the crazy one? You know what? Let me just continue. I've had to have sex with a male German Shepherd dog in front of them. I've had to stick numerous objects in my ass, in their asses as well. I've got paid to eat shit. I've got paid to get beat up. Jesus. I even had to stick a live salmon in some 65-year-old man's ass. You know what? I need a break. I need to get a glass of water.
1 minute later.
Sorry. I even had to stick a live salmon in some 65-year-old man's ass. I've had sex with their 14-year-old boys to make them men. I've drank cups of cum and have smeared my face with their shit. So to all you ladies that are going to bash me, I'm 24 years old and have $1 million liquid in my bank account. I'm not retired and can have normal sex with whomever I want to. Madam, Jesus, this is... You know what? It's a life is a choice. I mean, like I said, they commit to go through this that one time, or in her case, several times, to make that much money they can live off for the rest of their life. So I guess priorities? I don't know. My friend and I did it at the same time, so I didn't see her own experience. For me, I position myself doggy style, facing the bum towards him. Immediately, the dog mounts me, grasping me tightly from behind, gripping my waist firmly towards him, not letting me go. And furiously, he started fucking me. I've never come 4 times in a row. It was the best sex I have ever had in my life. Man. He leaped me mercilessly and forcefully from behind. I moaned loudly, and sometimes I struggled to break free from him due to the pace and power with which he was fucking me. He was too powerful for me to escape his strong grip and was totally in control of the situation, and he hung on me, holding me tightly, and kept on with what he was doing to me at my back. He lasted for up to 30 minutes or so because the dog was already tired. I started crying when I felt the dog sperm inside me. Insanity is one. Just... Oh, God. Continuing. On to the 4th story. Hi, oh, we're Ghanaian. Hi, Auntie Yama. Please keep this a secret for me in the name of God. I realized I had to let it out when I saw some people air their views on other platforms. I'm also part of the ladies who have been sexually abused in Dubai. I met a lady on Facebook who happens to travel there a lot because I saw pictures of her on the desert and all. So when we started getting familiar through Facebook comments, I inboxed her and we became friends from there. She told me later how she makes money by going to Dubai and she just sleeps with one person, makes money and buy clothes and perfume to come and sell, but I told her that she could take me there whenever she was going. I told her I don't have money, but she told me she would pay me. She would pay for me and I pay her back on our return. We got so close now, she trusted me. Auntie Yama, the very day we went, we didn't go to a hotel as she said. We went straight to one big house that belonged to one Arab man. He was excited to see me, so I knew that was the man she was about to link me to. That night, she left for clubbing with the man's friend. He tied me to the bed in a romantic way and asked me to suck his dick, which I did, but he wouldn't let me stop. And my jaws were coming out. He started beating me and telling me I was to give him a blowjob for an hour. Wait, is that even humanly possible? So I better cooperate because he was going to pay me $18,000. How much is that in cities? I suffered, but I did it. The next minute he sat on my face. I thought I was going to smell his anus, so to speak, but he asked me to lick because that's the only way he can come. I was hesitating. He threatened me with a live snake in the room. I had so much regrets, but I was already there. I licked it till poo started coming out, and this man asked me to eat it. I really suffered. My God, I still have scars on my body from the whips I got from not just eating everything. He brought a huge dog for me to suck on the genitals and warned that it will chew me if I don't do it well. And that ended my life. He then left to his room and started talking to his friend on the phone. I knew it was about me, but I couldn't understand the language until I didn't blink an eye that night. The following day, my friend insulted me and told me how loose I am, booked a flight for me to come back to Ghana and gave me $5,700. See, that's what they do. That's like 1/3 of what she was actually supposed to be giving. $18,000, and she was giving $5,700. That's what they do. These people that connect them, they take a huge chunk of the money, and the people who have to go through the ordeal just change. I haven't survived this, and it's been almost a year. I am contemplating on ending my life. I don't know what to do. I reported to the police here to arrest the lady, but they kept tossing me about. One of them told me it was even my fault. I mean, partly. On to the fifth story. Yeah, it's that bad. It's that many. There's like 5 or 6 stories. Hi, please, I'm in need of assistance. I can't stop having these thoughts in my mind. I can't sleep. Both my parents have died. My hardship is tough. I come across some girls in my university hall who offer me assistance to air my pain. If I did the work, I have $3 million, and I won't have to do it again. This was in February of this year. I asked what is the work. They say they have to show me, but I won't force it on me. 2 weeks flew by, no calls, until the day they asked me to follow them to Ireland in Lagos. On our arrival, the men offered us $120K for just attendance and all. I was hearing dog all over everywhere. Then my friend said we had to sleep with an Alsatian dog, and the sponsors will watch. She took off her dress and then walked into the room. I've never seen in my life white powder was put into the dog nose for agility. The dog, I knew it. I knew they were feeding these dogs something, because how is it possible for dogs to last that long? Like 30 minutes, like in the previous story. This dog fucked my friend like only a god can. She was mourning for hours on end. When was my time? I prayed to God for guidance and I proceed. The dog grasped me right from behind and not let go. I have never come 3 times straight in a row before. It was the best sex I've had in my lifetime. Man, we gotta do better. I'm sorry for laughing. This is like someone's serious plight. It's just too much. It's too much. It's just too much. Let me just continue. Ponzes was impressed and offered us the money there and done. I promised myself not to do such again, and I kept it to my promise. Since February on the incident, I've slept with 4 guys. None of them is like a dog. I'm having to be thinking about dogs now. Now I have money. I'm comfortable in school. I don't want to have sex with a dog for money, but for the desire of it. Jesus. That's where it's reached. I love the dog sex. Anytime I see any dogs, I begin to get wet. I'm confused because I can't tell anyone about it. I feel like doing it again. It's not about the money. I see dog in my dream. How to overcome and go back to human male is my concern now. Side Joro, your personal advice is welcome too. Man, I don't know. Therapy? Therapy. Yeah, therapy. This is the final story. The street is getting really cold and people are doing crazy stuff for money. This just no be saying a person tell me. Na me brokered the deal between the man and the babe. This man no be my client. He just texted saying he got my number from someone that uses my service, that he needed a BBW and pays well. Sharp, I don't set the compass. I make sure any of my girls I give work, I flew her to the location for safety. To cut the long story short, this man asked the babe to sleep with his dog, his German Shepherd dog. Wait, German Shepherd, is this the other story? I was already saying no when he said he was going to pay 1.2 million naira, and the babe agreed to it. I I tried convincing her not to. My mama said she might never get an offer like this again, or more with a dog. Then she told me this morning that the man sat across from them masturbating to how the dog was fucking her. Let's just be careful out there. The street is cold. So my take on all of this is that ultimately people will do what they have to do to make money. And guys, if you excuse me, I have to go wash my brain, my eyes, my everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.